On this episode, we'll talk about a man who befriended a cat named Dasha, who he claims instructed him to not only commit murder, but to also commit gruesome and disgusting atrocities to their bodies. I'm Dave Jari.
And I'm Garrett Corder.
And this is Criminal as Fuck. What's good, all you fuckers, criminals, and true crime douchebags out there? And we're back with a long-awaited episode of Criminal AF. Once again, I'm Dave Jari, and finally, with me is my co-host, Garrett Corder.
How we doing?
It's so great to be back in front of the mic and bringing you another fucked up episode. Before we jump into all the fun today, we just need to go over a few things that are regarding Criminal AF. If this is your first time joining us, you're about to experience some unfiltered storytelling with a lot of fucking cuss words. With that being said, we'll discuss some pretty horrific, tragic stories that involve murder.
Yay!
Rape.
Aw.
And torture.
Yes.
And we will not shy away from the most gruesome of details, regardless of how disgusting they may be. Now, we understand that Criminal AF may not be for everyone, and that's okay. We just ask that you at least give it a listen. And if it's not for you, thanks for checking it out.
See ya.
But if it is, welcome to the debauchery. Hey, Garrett.
Yeah, bub.
What do you say we go down to Florida?
What the fuck's going on in Florida?
What the fuck is going on in Florida?
Yeah.
I screwed that whole thing up.
I do love him falling off the track, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right
Watch,
here,
yeah,
right here,
there it
right
is.
here, right here.
Ready? Oh, there he goes. Oh, yeah, he's done.
All right.
All right.
This wouldn't
Here we
be
go.
Criminal AF without a little bit of bestiality, to be honest with you.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So, we're going to go down and take it to a Florida woman today.
Yep.
Florida woman arrested for sexual assault of a chihuahua selling videos on Snapchat.
No.
A Florida woman went to shocking lengths to make $500 in a recent Facebook post.
What are we doing? What?
The Marin County Sheriff's Office revealed that they'd arrested a 27-year-old Logan Gaminsky for making and selling a video of herself engaging in a sexual act with one of her dogs. Officers received an anonymous tip claiming that Gaminsky? How do you say that?
Gaminsky?
Posted the graphic video in a January perp of the post. According to an arrest report obtained by Ocala News, I fucking knew it was Ocala. They are a frequent flyer in this episode, in this segment.
Yeah.
The tip included the 32-second video in question. The clip allegedly showed a brown and white chihuahua, pictured on in the article, licking the unclothed vagina of a white female. The outlet reported.
Wait. An unclothed. So like a vagina.
I think it's unclothed.
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 Oh, okay.
Gaminsky allegedly utilized her hand to manually manipulate her vagina, and she coerced the dog to continue its act by petting it.
Hey. Okay.
And she posted that on Facebook for free.
Wait, what?
It was a Facebook post.
No.
That's what it said on here. Maybe it was a teaser to the Snapchat. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like we didn't get the full video.
Yeah.
Amid their investigation, detectives confirmed Gaminsky was the person in the video. They also located several photos and videos of her with the abused animal, according to the Facebook post. 2 months later, Gaminsky was questioned by detectives during the interview, and Gaminsky classified herself as a content creator. That's like us. That's like us.
Yeah, where's my chihuahua?
Oh, dude.
Wait, Beretta.
Oh, stop it. Who makes sexual explicit photos and videos to sell online, per the post.
Yeah.
Gaminsky admitted to sharing the video in question with another user who requested its creation. Oh, somebody wanted it.
Oh, shit.
The user allegedly paid $500 for this disturbing clip. Additionally, Gaminsky allegedly said that she had been involved in sexual activity with another dog. She said that the videos of both incidents were stored on her cell phone.
Another dog?
Yeah.
Really?
She's a frequent flyer.
She
Gaminsky
gets around.
was placed under arrest for sexual activity involving an animal and filming sexual activity involving an animal, and transported to the Marin County jail. She was released the following day on a $10,000 bond. Woo!
That's okay. All right.
To be fair, though, with the way Ocala has gone
Yep.
in these segments, I would have thought they'd pass on the bestiality law. You would think that that's a common thing down there.
You would think it'd become legal?
Or not legal, but just,
Yeah.
maybe a little fine or something. Nothing
I mean, with the whole thing, like, you know,
Is there a state in the United States that bestiality is legal? That's a good Google question.
That's a good Google. Casey?
Casey
Do
Moore.
you know of
You
any?
want me to? I don't have enough buttons to push back.
You would think in today's day, in 2025, that somebody would be able to fuck an animal.
Right?
Because you got the furries, right? The furries,
Yeah, but they pretend.
I don't know. I heard that high schools have actual fucking litter boxes in their fucking bathrooms.
Whoa, there's a state.
West
Wait.
Virginia.
West Virginia. West Virginia is the only state that does not have a law prohibiting bestiality.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Oh man.
Speaking of West Virginia,
Mama.
did I ever correct myself from when we talked about the Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew one.
No.
No, it was actually Kentucky.
Oh.
That started Mountain Dew.
Kentucky has the highest consumption of Mountain Dew.
That kind of tracks.
I thought it was West Virginia, so I apologize to all of our
Yeah,
West Virginians.
Have you ever seen the movie?
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
West Virginians.
Did you ever watch the documentary, the Wild Whites?
Yes.
Yeah, when she was like, when she's in Taco Bell line and she's like, they took her baby. For the listeners, if you guys haven't seen the Wild White, what is it? I forgot what it's called. The Wild Whites of West Virginia.
Something like that. Yeah,
Go watch that documentary. It'll make you feel better about the worst white trash that you have in your family. I promise you.
Oh my god. Yeah. So apologize to our West Virginian listeners. It's actually Kentucky, you fucking weirdos.
It makes sense though. It's at the end of the Appalachians. You know what I mean? They're coming down the mountains at that point.
Right. Yeah.
They got off the weird trail by then.
But I mean, all right, going back to your story, like with the prominence of furries nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, people who identify as an animal.
A lot of those I see. It's a misconception though that a lot of them have sex in their costumes. It's not true. They're just weird.
I've seen videos.
Well, yeah, but it's a niche porn category for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
A lot of those people that go to the conventions and stuff are just weird. They just like.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the girls who wear tails and shit nowadays? Like, there's a girl in my daughter's school that wears a tail and then a Clefairy.
Wait. What kind of tail?
It's not that kind of tail. That'd be a little crazy.
Like a butt plug tail?
No. They
in
like
fifth grade?
they have like clip-on tails and they walk around on all fours.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, they're called Clefarians.
So she walks around on all fours in the
and
school.
pretends to be a cat.
In the school.
Yeah, like grooms herself and shit.
All right. Do they have litter boxes in the bathroom?
No, I don't think so. I would hope
You
not.
might want to ask.
I would hope not.
Because there are schools in our area that
that's
have
a
litter boxes in their bathrooms.
That's a big thing for kids nowadays. Like, there's a couple kids that do that. It's really weird.
That'll be another episode.
When I was in middle school, that poor girl would have been harassed and thrown.
Oh my god.
Thrown in a locker.
Yeah, that'll be an episode for our
Clefarians?
new upcoming episode.
Oh, you're gonna announce it.
Oh,
You're
here we
gonna
go.
announce it,
All right. Breaking news. So we're all sitting here talking, Casey, Garrett, and myself, and we're like, hey, what kind of content can we actually like bring out to more people and kind of like expand, what we do here. Because we have some people who are like, oh, only stick to the story of the crime, and there's other people like, we really enjoy the banter between all of you, and so we're like, well, how can we do both? You know what I mean? So we are going to be coming out with another episode, another podcast.
Yes.
And you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here it is. The new podcast will be called Respectfully Disrespectful. Hey!
Add the claps.
Add the claps.
All right, ready? Bring it back.
Wait.
Respectfully disrespectful.
Yeah. Oh, Casey.
Well,
We're still working
still
things out
getting
here,
through
guys.
this because all right, here we go. I got it.
All right. Respectfully disrespectful.
Hey, there it is. All right. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, there we go. All right. That's really long.
Okay.
That goes a long time. All right. So basically, we're gonna continue Criminal AF when an interesting story comes up. But we're also gonna branch off and do a separate podcast where we're just going to talk about a bunch of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, kind of like current
Kind
event
of
shit.
week in review-esque.
Right. Kind of like shit that's going on in this world.
Yep.
And also, you know, come up with some segments that are pretty fucking crazy.
I
you know?
also think that we have tried to play our podcast politically correct to not offend people.
Yeah.
And this one's not going to be like that. So if you get
Yeah.
offended, just stick with criminal AF, I guess.
And, you know, and not so much political. I mean,
No, everything.
We're going to push a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
Hence the name,
sure.
Respectfully Disrespectful. Because, you know, you might feel disrespected. Respectfully. But,
You know what I mean?
hey,
Respectfully,
yeah.
you might be a piece of shit.
With all due respect. No offense. It's just like, hey, you know,
But-
this is what it is.
Me and Dave talked about it.
Yep.
Criminal F was still our baby. Well,
Yeah.
it started as Dave's baby, but it blossomed into a beautiful adopted child for me.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't want to get rid of it, even though, you know.
Yeah. I'm with you. I enjoy the stories that we talk about. You know, especially like the most fucked up ones where an 18-year-old killed his mother and fucked her brain. You know, you know those kind of stories still kind of intrigue me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something about entrails being sucked out while you stand underneath a dead body that just, you know, really strikes the.
Correct.
Correct.
That didn't come up on the thing. So
No, not yet.
Yeah, nope.
I also think that with the Criminal AF podcast, there was a lot of research and effort that went into it.
Yeah.
And it was difficult to do all that work and get content out regularly.
Correct.
And the hope is with this new podcast, we can just do it more freely. It's going to be more loose. There's going to be probably a lot of mistakes and pauses and mumbling and bumbling, but
It'll be fun.
But it'll
All
be
the
fun.
crazy shit that we've cut out of Criminal AF that you guys haven't seen.
We'll now be in this. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
it won't be as
yeah.
polished, and therefore it should come out more.
Right.
regularly.
More authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're sitting there talking
True
because
ourselves.
you know we did a lot of self-reflection over these past
Well,
8-9
I mean,
months.
to be honest, Dave left stuff, just
that's
got
true.
up and left
Yeah,
us to
that's-
try
Hey,
to make.
We should
to better
cover the
himself.
reason why there
Yeah,
was a
did you even
hiatus.
cover? Did you guys tell these people
Yeah.
what happened? Why Criminal AF was gone?
Yeah, I put out a solo.
A written notice.
No,
that
no.
nobody read.
I put out a solo episode
proclamation.
that kind of
Yeah.
explained everything.
Sort of.
So,
You never-
so basically, yes, I got promoted at work.
Oh, he got promoted.
Yeah,
He's Garrett's boss now.
yeah.
He's both of our
That's
bosses.
true. Yeah.
With that promotion, it put me on a totally opposite schedule as Garrett and Casey.
Yes.
So while they were working, I was off. While I was off, they were, you know, blah, 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 whatever. So, I mean, I've seen these guys outside of work in the past 8 months, maybe twice.
Twice, 2 times maybe.
2 times,
and
yeah.
it wasn't for a long time.
No.
It was.
Nope.
Hey, I got today off for some reason.
Right. Like, hey, I took the.
And the last thing we wanted to do after I haven't seen Dave, obviously you guys know how close I am with him, was do a podcast. I just wanted to go hang out with the guy.
Right. Yeah. So, you know, but now we're back on the same team. We're ready to go. We're kicking this off. And like I said, you know, we had some time to reflect where, you know, doing a true crime podcast, as Casey was saying, it's like you have to have your facts straight. Yeah. You have to have your information correct.
Or people will blow you up
You're
in the
right.
comments.
So there's a lot of, you know, fact checking, you know, there's getting your sources and then sourcing those sources just to make sure you have your shit correct. And to be perfectly honest, with a full-time schedule, my days off were going into solely researching and writing episodes,
Yeah. It's a lot.
which is extremely demanding. You know what I mean? So we're like, yeah, let's continue doing Criminal AF, and we will. And, you know, we'll have more episodes coming out. I already have like 3 or 4 already lined up. So those will continue. But we're like, let's just do a podcast where we can just come in,
Yep.
talk about
We can
all
put
the
something
shit.
out once a week where it's not so demanding.
Right.
We can still make content weekly for people that actually like us and aren't just solely focused on the
true crime.
true
part
crime
of it, yeah.
aspect. And then every now and again, you guys we'll sneak in a Criminal AF there to
Yep.
keep the fans.
So, so Respectfully Disrespectful will be rolling out here relatively soon, probably in the next month or so.
Yep.
And you know, once we do that, we'll post links, and hopefully you guys who enjoy us, you know, will jump over to that podcast and follow along as well.
Yeah. We have to be careful what we say now, though, because our boss is in the same room as us.
That's right, motherfucker.
And I think respectfully disrespectful will be pretty fun because we're gonna do like skits and fake commercials and all sorts of It's gonna be all over the place.
Just have fun with it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's not going to be as demanding as Criminal AF will be, and hopefully that fun and that enjoyment and everything comes out in the new episodes. So, but Criminal AF is not going away, but we're going to be jumping over to
don't expect every episode of Criminal AF every week. Basically, right. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. It will be back, but
keep it on that notification bar, by the way, because there will be every now and again.
100%. And I don't know if you can see on Garrett's camera here. Can we switch over to Garrett? Vanessa. Do we remember Vanessa from the last episode? We covered up her nipples.
We put pasties on her, and now she's part of the background.
Yep. Now she's here. We're gonna get her own shelf. So. And we still got Ed Camper over here and from Stu Muertos from Instagram. Yeah, he sent us that. That was good. So if you guys have anything that you want to send us, just let us message us on IG or email us.
Didn't even say that. We're gonna keep the same segments. We're gonna keep mail call. We're gonna keep true crime douchebags. We're gonna do all that fun stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So that
advice.
Go ahead.
Advice too.
Yeah.
That was always fun.
Yep. So we're gonna keep, like Gareth said, like Florida Man, mail call. That's all gonna go to respectfully disrespectful. You're right, Casey. Yeah, it's a little tough to say, but we're also going to add other segments like confessions. There's a segment out there for there's some wild shit that people confess to.
Yep. Yeah,
there's
some good subreddits for those ones.
It's good. So yeah. Anyway, enough about that.
Yeah.
You'll see it when it comes out.
Yeah. So we're going to jump right into this story about a man who befriended a cat named Dasha. And Dasha told him that it'd be a great idea to start murdering people. But it didn't just end with murder. It went much further, much more disgustingly further. So without further ado, let's get to this story, starting right meow. So let me paint you a picture, all right? There are a few men sitting in a dark, dimly lit room.
Yeah.
One of the men sits in the corner, anxiously smoking cigarette down to the filter, jotting down notes as fast as he can as two other men appear to be jovial, having a lighthearted chat. They just met like a couple of days ago, but they've developed a good rapport, possibly even a friendship over the course of their time together. And today's conversation focuses on how to prepare food. Okay? One of the men asks, "Have you ever tried this one? First, you fry meat in one of the saucepans in a little bit of oil. Liver is actually the best. Then, in another pan, you fry the onions. Put them together with either stock or water and simmer for half an hour." So this meeting between the two men and the conversation they were having could have been held in literally any kitchen, pantry, or cafe anywhere in the world. But this particular meeting was held on the second floor of Detention Center 45-5, located in St. Petersburg, Russia.
All you had to say was a Russian prison, and that's we already know where this is going.
Yeah. So one of the men was Dr. Valery Ivanov, a court-appointed psychiatrist assigned to the task of learning as much as he can about the man sitting across from him, 35-year-old Ilshat Kuzikov, also known as Igor. Now, hey, I'd go by Igor too if my name was Ilshat. Like, hey, I'll shit my pants. Like, I shit my pants.
Oh, man.
All right. So anyway, Ilshat was more than happy to tell Dr. Ivanov, like, his many ways of preparing food, which consisted of human flesh with the liver, ripped out from his victim's still warm body with his bare hands, which was actually his favorite. Now, Kuzikov was particular of the parts of the body he would consume. He would never eat from the elbows or knees down, nor would he eat the head, bowels, or genitalia.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
I mean, look at cuts of meat.
Yeah. You know, he had his like, you know,
What's the
preferences.
cheese? Head cheese.
From under? Oh,
No, head cheese. Have you ever tried it from under? Have you ever tried head cheese?
no.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, but head
It's
cheese.
like the gelatin.
Yeah, head cheese isn't cheese.
No, it's like a bunch of scrap meat that's on like the butcher floor that they just put together in a gelatin. Like,
Right. Yeah.
But, all those pieces nobody wants to eat those pieces of regular meat.
Right.
Humans probably the exact same way.
And let's call it cheese. Yeah. Okay. Now, he would focus mainly on the upper limbs, quads, glutes, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and of course, the liver. Now, when police searched his home, he had the forearms and calves of his last victim in garbage bags waited to be disposed of. So how did the two men come to cross paths in this stuffy, windowless interrogation room? And how did Kuzikov come to learn how to prepare his favorite dishes of human flesh? Now let's start from the beginning. Meow. Ilshat Kuzikov was born February 27th, 1960 in Tajikistan, which was then part of the Soviet Union.
He gets a window for my lamp. I get a window for my lamp.
He had one brother, and their father was described as a tyrant. He would repeatedly and severely beat the boy's mother, which ultimately led to her death in 1973, allegedly in front of Kuzikov, who was around the age of 12 or 13 at the time. He would later say that after this event, he lost the ability to feel compassion and the ability to be disgusted by blood. After his mother's murder, he and his brother were adopted by their aunt, and it was around this time that Kuzikov began an incestuous relationship with his brother.
Right around. We talk about it all the time on this podcast. 12 to 13.
Yep.
Whatever your kink is, fucks you up real good.
There it is. Go fuck your brother. Now, he became so enthralled with everything to do with the human body, he set his sights on becoming a surgeon. But he was not the most studious student, so that dream soon dissipated. Meow. This obsession with the
Stop
body.
with the meow.
This obsession with the body would lead to a particular kink where he would ejaculate at the sight of anything to do with it. His porn of choice, watching surgery documentaries
What
on
a
TV.
fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
That's very Dahmer-esque. You know how he used to get turned on by the shininess of organs?
Yeah. Yep.
Very same niche.
Mm-hmm. So any surgery why can't I fucking say that word? Documentary.
You're 3 IPAs in. That's why you can't say the word.
I'm about to be 4 here in a second. Yeah, he would just fucking get a boner and just whack off to it.
That's interesting.
So Kuzikov, he went on to study to become a welder in postgrad school, but he flunked out. And in 1980, at the age of 20.
Wait, question.
Yep.
How do you flunk out of welding school?
Because you're not good.
No, but I get flunking out because you're not good at welding, but it's all when I hear flunked out, I think of tests. Is there tests? Casey might know. He went to trade school. Is there tests, written tests in welding?
I would think that there's theory behind it.
Because I thought it was whenever I see the videos of welders, it's their tests are hey, make a U-joint, make this, and then they look at the welds and they say, all right, you passed.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was actual tests.
Yeah, I with most trade schools.
With most, and he's the sober one here.
Yeah, well, with most trade schools, there's the theory side of it where you do classroom work, you have to do so many hours.
Correct.
And then there's the actual practical, testing.
Yeah, it probably is how many degrees does it take to burn your finger or whatever?
Yeah. What I do know is welding is a lot harder than people make it out to be.
Right.
That's why big bucks. Guys at our job, the underwater welders and shit, those guys make a killing.
Oh, yeah, the divers?
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Make a killing.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was curious. I didn't know how you flunk out. I didn't know there was tests during welding school. I thought you just learned how to weld.
Right.
Yeah. I would think that most likely you're going to fail out on the practical piece, not being able to do a good weld and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Interesting
Interesting indeed.
Any welders out there, let us know. How hard was your final?
All right, so we just took a little quick break. I had to go upstairs to use the restroom, and hey, actually, Garrett,
adjust my boxers. Too.
okay. When I was upstairs,
Yeah.
Layla, she has a friend over
Let's not talk about it.
who happened to be a young gentleman.
I don't know. They're in fucking 5th grade, man.
Okay, well, I will say that he came up to me and he introduced himself as whatever his name was.
I don't know. 5th graders don't need boyfriends and girlfriends.
Right.
He has a crush on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So immediately I went to Grayson
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Her brother, by the way.
yeah, her brother, Layla's brother, and I was like, bro, like, what kind of brother are you? Like, you need to be like on top of this shit. Like, you need to be like monitoring. Like, who's this random guy from the neighborhood hanging out with your sister?
I get where you're going.
You know what I mean?
But he's also the younger brother. He doesn't give a shit.
No.
Like, nah,
He's sitting there
that's
playing-
older brother. And
He's sitting there
right
playing his fucking Game Boy, whatever the fuck the thing is, and he's like, yeah, I don't care. And I'm like, bro, what the hell you know? But anyway, yeah, that was me.
I already, Layla doesn't even, she's like, yeah, he has a crush on me, but whatever.
Yeah. So what you were coming, you came back, you were adjusting your nuts.
So agreed.
Yeah.
Are you a boxer or a brief guy?
Well, boxer brief.
Yeah, boxer briefs.
Yeah.
I just call those briefs. There's
Okay.
underwear, briefs, and boxers.
You like whitey tighties?
No, I like briefs. This is too much like, there's too much room down
Wait,
there.
you
now.
have, so you're
I'm wearing like old
traditional
school, like high
boxers.
school boxers. And
Okay,
shit. Like,
all right,
everything's just dangling. I don't like it. Sorry. All right.
all right. That's your thing.
Yeah. No, I like briefs.
Okay.
I like briefs. Boxers don't. I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm not a big boxer fan. I don't like hanging.
Are you a TikTok shop guy? Do you order stuff off a TikTok shop?
Some things, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I see, it's usually the dumbest fucking shit in the world. Like it's like something I see on a TikTok, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have that.
All right. So I ordered these boxer briefs from TikTok shop, where you actually.
So wait, question: was the ad a dude wearing them?
It was a mannequin.
Oh, okay.
It was a mannequin wearing them.
Sure, guys.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
However, all right. So these boxers, they separate the penis from the nutsack.
Oh, that would be nice though.
Yeah.
Because you know how it gets all mushed up together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get all like yeah.
Yeah, everything kind of just folds into one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So I actually.
Wait, we're giving these people shout outs, and they're not even a sponsor. No.
I'm not going to name the name of who they are.
Okay.
All right. So I ordered these boxers off a TikTok shop, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's interesting. You keep your penis separate from your nutsack, right? So I got them in, and dude, they are silky fucking smooth.
Ooh.
First of all, right?
I like a good silky underwear.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is it has a hole in the boxer that leads to a separate compartment of the boxer.
There's no way you put your boxers on and you stick it through the hole.
Right. So basically, you're sticking your dick through a cock ring.
That is ridiculous.
That's
dude.
built into the fucking boxers, right?
That's weird. That's weird energy.
Listen.
No.
Listen.
No.
Just hear me out. Listen.
No.
Listen. So you stick your dick through this hole in the boxers / cock ring in the boxers, and it puts your dick into a separate compartment of the boxer.
That's so uncomfortable.
Let me tell you, dude.
There's no way.
You are floating on a fucking cloud.
All right, I gotta try them.
Your genitalia are just.
That can be emasculating too, because what happens when you get them in and like the hole's really big? You're like, damn, dude.
Yeah. It's like, damn, they don't have a smaller hole.
Yeah,
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, like that would be very upsetting if I get the hole and it's just like live down there. All right, where were we at with the story, guys?
Yeah. Okay.
See, this is
All
a
right, hold on.
respectfully disrespectful conversation.
Keep it on Garrett for a second. Hold on. I gotta turn my thing back on. Hold on.
Entertain the crowd, Gary.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm drinking a little Maker's Mark and ginger ale.
Okay.
Actually,
All right. There we go. All right.
It's a smooth, buttery.
Sorry.
taste. Go ahead. All right.
Little live thing here. All right. So, all right. So, basically, where were we? Okay, so
Welding.
Kuzikov. Yeah. Kuzikov.
Welding.
He flunked out of grad school. All right, back to the story where we're bringing it back in.
Okay.
All right, so in 1980, at the age of 20, he moved to Viborg a city about 130 kilometers northwest of St. Petersburg.
You said St. Petersburg?
St. Petersburg to
You're
join
thinking about those damn boxers. Sorry, keep going.
to join the military. Now, by 1982, Kuzikov committed his first known crime, which he attacked another man with a wrench. Now, he avoided jail time when he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. And while he was undergoing forced treatment at the psychiatric facility, he met a woman, also a patient at the facility, who would soon become his wife.
That's nice.
It's a healthy relationship.
Nothing like two psych ward patients marrying each other and living
healthy relationship, right?
Yeah, happily ever after.
Mm-hmm. So when Kuzikov was released from the facility, he and his blushing bride, they moved to St. Petersburg, where surprisingly, shocking, the marriage quickly fell apart as he allegedly attacked her with a knife. Now, Kuzikov applied to what would be his dream job. He applied to what would become his dream job, working at a morgue washing dead bodies.
Yeah.
But was thanked for his interest and told to go fuck himself. You are not welcome here.
He was like the guy at our job. We can't say much about, but like when he was like, "Yeah, I love guns. I fucking love guns." You know, that type of guy. Way too overexcited. Right. You're like, "Nah, man, there's something weird about this guy." Yeah. Hey, how fresh are the dead bodies? Are they frozen?
Right.
Like, whoa, man, the vibes are off from this one.
So, unable to find any work other than menial labor jobs, he settled in as a street sweeper. So lonely, he adopted a cat he named Dasha, whom he absolutely adored, which is odd because Kuzikov would later admit that he would kill cats and dogs and eat them.
Yeah, but everybody has that person that they don't kill.
Right, yeah.
Everybody has that one thing.
Right, so serial killers will, they'll be married.
They're married with kids.
Right, married with kids, but they'll go off and murder random women, yeah.
There's always some lucky person that gets to escape by.
Which we talked about before.
We've talked about it many times.
Which is kind of offensive. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, am I not good enough to kill?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Oh my God. I'm spacing out. The tapes. He sent his tape in. Oh my God. He sent the tape into the cops. It was floppy disk, and they fucking traced it back to his house. BTK was his wife. I remember we talked about that. Yeah. Like his wife was probably pissed. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You couldn't kill me? Like, what the fuck? Like, am I not good enough to be killed?
Good enough to be killed? The psyche of... All right, keep going.
All right. So Kuzikov was an outpatient at the Maritime Hospital, also known as a St. Nicholas, the Wonder Worker Hospital in St. Petersburg for treatment for schizophrenia. It was during this time that he made many friends, and he was said to be friendly and talkative, discussing his favorite topics like animals and cooking. Yeah, he was quite the chef. So soon Kuzikov would find himself having conversations with his beloved cat Dasha, whom he claimed told him, you should probably go out and start murdering these people.
Tracks.
Makes sense.
Schizophrenia is a wild disorder.
Yeah. Meow. In November of 1992. In November of 1992, the first of many disturbing discoveries were made around Kuzikov's neighborhood in Moskovsky district, located in the bleak section of St. Petersburg.
I can see it now. Just gray buildings with sickles and hammers all over the place.
Right. Broken out windows. Yep. Yeah. Everybody eating bread.
Fur coats.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
I'm
painting the picture for the audience.
Their fur hat fucking things. Yeah. All right. So neighbors had discovered a human torso in the basement of an abandoned house. It was an open basement that many had used to dump refuse, so there were no leads as to how the torso had gotten there, and the case went cold. 3 years later, on the same street in 1995, a driver noticed a human head in the neighborhood's communal trash bin, and the arms belonging to the same person were later discovered in the remnants of a burnt-out car. A month later, in August of 1995, a woman named Olga Petrovna was walking her dogs on the same street when the dog showed interest in an object in a trash pile. And, lo and behold, it was another human head. The dogs must have smelled it, Olga replied.
That was your best Russian accent?
I don't know. Do you know Russian?
The dogs must have smelled it.
No, I was about to. I can't do it.
All right, keep going.
All right. It was horrible.
It was horrible.
There were also jars. Okay, you can be my translator. There were also jars with other stuff that I thought were just bits of meat. You couldn't imagine it was human. No translation.
No.
Okay.
I'm not
You
going
go
to.
good. All right. The three remains were all eventually identified as Sasha Pichonkin, age unknown, 37-year-old Misha Bachkov, and 43-year-old Edith Vasilevsky, respectively. All three were known to be part of the outpatient program at the psychiatric hospital.
Where was he living at this point?
St. Petersburg.
I know, but like in a home?
Yes.
So were
Ish.
all those people in and out of the like a halfway house basically?
No, he had his own apartment.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know if because like they're all from the outpatient facility of where he was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not rocket science here. I mean, I know it's end of the Cold War Russia, but maybe somebody could have figured out that the outpatient. There's somebody in here that was all connected.
Right.
You would think that they would have a halfway house for psychiatric criminals that have been diagnosed with schizophrenia. Like,
Right.
they don't just let them move on into their apartment.
Right. Or if there was like some sort of register where people could
The criminally insane?
put
Yeah.
a criminally insane.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. So St. Petersburg police went to the hospital and checked the register. They noticed another man's name along with Misha and Edix, a man by the name of Ilshat my pants, Kuzikov.
Yes.
Okay. So police went to Kuzikov's apartment and noticed blood droplets leading up the stairs to his apartment.
This guy's a regular Dexter, huh?
Oh, there you go. So talking with the neighbors,
He just left blood going up to his apartment.
so the neighbors complained of a rancid smell coming from the apartment. So police, they turned off the water to Kuzikov's apartment and posing as plumbers, knocked on his door to gain entry. At first, Kuzikov agreed to allow them into the apartment, but never opened the door. And after a lengthy exchange of back and forth communication, police forced entry into the home. Igor's apartment looked and smelled like something out of a horror movie. In a canvas bag near the door, there were 2 human legs and 2 forearms.
Wow.
The walls were adorned with posters of kittens and of actor Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's actually fucking hilarious.
That's fucking great.
That is hilarious.
That is
shit
great.
right
He
there.
had like 17 posters of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Schizophrenia is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why those two things just gave him some sort of joy in his
Right.
regular. And he wasn't just talking to Dasha. He was
Right.
talking to Jean-Claude Van Damme.
100%. 100%. He was like, hey, Gene, do you think I should eat his fucking liver?
Gene's like, yeah, it tastes great with
Yeah,
onions.
fucking great. Fried up with onions. Absolutely.
You call him Jean?
Jean-Claude.
It's Jean.
Jean?
It's
Claude
Jean.
Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
All right, I'm not here for your ridicule.
No, I'm
Jean?
just I went along with it, but it's
Jean.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, not Jean. Or whatever you were saying.
It says Jean.
I know,
Jean.
but it's Jean.
Jean?
Jean?
How have you know who that is? Like,
Yeah, everyone knows
Yeah.
who Jean is.
I wonder if there was a poster of him doing his split. You ever see that when he did a split in his fucking
Yeah.
skin tight jeans?
Who's a better action star though?
Don't even
Jean-
say it. Don't
Why?
even
You know
even say
exactly.
it.
I mean, speaking
Don't-
of Russia, right?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just asking. Who are you gonna say?
Out of who?
Out of who? You said
No,
who,
I know
who's
you
the
said
better?
don't even say it. I know who you're thinking of.
Who?
Who? The nice little ponytail.
Steven Seagal? I'm gonna beat your fucking face
Who's
in.
better
No.
of an action star? Steven Seagal movies were fucking great for just shitty
No.
old action movies.
Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is-
Jean.
Now he's in Russia right now hanging out.
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal's a loser.
No. There was no.
He is. But the movies were funny, dude. If put one on, you'll laugh your ass off just out of how bad they are. It's funny.
No.
It's like
Yeah.
the Death Wish movies back in the 70s.
Oh, with
The dude with the mustache that
yeah.
would blow
Oh my
holes
God.
in people. Like,
Hold on. Fuck.
Bronson?
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Dude. Very Charles Bronson-esque. All right, keep going. Though.
Certainly a product of the era.
Yeah, it was kind of funny that he said Gene,
Right.
but I went with it.
Yeah. Gene, John.
Gene.
Okay. I got some. Fuck you. And fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
All right. So
Dude,
yes.
that's so funny though. A schizophrenic person talking to posters of Jean-Claude Van Damme
And his cat.
while he's just
And his
chopping
cat.
up bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sorry to the victims. All right, keep going.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
All right. So yeah. So the walls were adorned with posters of kittens and actor Jean-Claude Van Damme, and scattered around were soda bottles filled with blood, a copy of a popular Russian cookbook, Man in the Kitchen,
Hey.
and jars
Doom-ch.
and jars filled with pieces of dried human skin and ears, aspic, which is actually a liquid stock made from human bones, and most horrifying of all, shashlik, or kebabs on a stick,
Nice.
in a pot with onions and the meat from Edith Vasilevsky's body.
I mean, if you're gonna go human flesh,
Yeah.
make it fun. Kebabs, little onion,
Yeah.
green pepper.
I get it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If you had to
Little
eat like
Sazone.
if you had to eat a person, like how would you prep it?
It would be lean. It would be a lean cut. What would a lean cut be?
Yeah, what part would you eat?
The
Do
butt.
you know what I honestly? No, the butt would be fatty.
It would either be the butt or the thigh.
But a ham hock, imagine like a split pea soup, and instead of using the ham hock imagine instead of a ham hock, right? You know how
Yeah.
you throw the bone, the big ass hawk,
Right.
into the pot, and then you boil it and you make the split pea?
Yeah.
You just put someone's ass cheek right in you do a split pea
Butt cheek?
soup with a butt cheek.
Split pea butt cheek.
Split pea butt cheek.
I could go down with that. Yeah.
Probably be the best way.
I'm probably gonna smoke it.
Ooh,
Smoke the butt?
a smoke? I don't know. Would a muscle be too
Lean.
too chewy?
Oh,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I've never
what-
ate a person before.
Like why is
Well-
a filet mignon so tender and like what
The-
part of the filet mignon is from the cow?
The tenderest part of the animal is the least used, which is like lamb, right? So lamb is a baby sheep or baby sheep, right? A lamb?
I think that's right.
Lamb.
Sure.
So people like
don't get
obsess
lamb.
over lamb. Oh my God, lamb is so good because lamb is a baby
It's like veal, right?
or veal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a baby cow. Those
Right.
fucking little tiny. It's horrible.
Yeah.
They just chain them outside of a little fucking.
Right. Because the
Little
muscles,
circle, and
the
that's all they
muscles,
do?
the muscles don't develop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the most tender.
Sure. I just
I,
wonder.
for one, can't stand fucking lamb.
No, I don't eat gyros or any of that shit.
No,
it's
can't
just-
stand it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Gyros?
Yeah, I love that
You like
stuff.
a gyro?
You're a fucking savage. You're eating a baby animal? Oh my God.
when
Okay, we've shit on PETA the most out of this podcast, and you're sounding like a real sympathizer right now.
when he got promoted, he changed.
Dude, once he got sergeant, man.
PC principal over here.
Where's your Oakleys, buddy?
I do have Oakleys.
Hey, guys, cut
I
that
do
shit
have,
out.
I do have Oakleys. Not white ones, though. Should I get white Oakleys?
No, please don't.
Yes, get them.
Maybe I'll wear them on the next podcast.
All right. No, but back to my question. So
Yeah.
what is it?
What?
Do you think a calf wouldn't be good, right? That's a muscle that's used all the time.
A calf.
Like a human calf. It wouldn't be good, right? It'd be very maybe like right here. A
What?
nice
Where?
breast.
A breast.
Yeah.
The chest?
Like a breast, like above the
No, you definitely got to go either the ass or the thigh.
but an ass is still using muscle. It's fatty and it's muscly.
Well, are you
I mean,
a twerker?
No, but when you walk, you can feel your ass. Like maybe it's just me. I'm ripped. I know. I'm sorry, but like,
Are you making your ass clap?
all right,
What's
all
going on?
right. Fuck it. I'm going split pea soup with a ham instead of a ham hock. I'm going a human ass.
what are you
hock.
like an 80-year-old man split
Split
pea
pea
soup?
soup.
Yeah.
Listen, the listeners are gonna
I'm
fucking back
having
me up
a
on this.
split
A
pea
good
soup.
split pea soup is fucking amazing.
All right.
All right, sorry. Go
All
ahead.
right.
All right, keep going.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, we're venturing off.
Sauce or no sauce? Dipping sauce?
You gotta have sauce.
Yeah,
honey mustard would be
honey
good.
mustard.
Honey mustard.
Yeah, barbecue.
Make little nuggets.
Nuggets.
Little human nuggets.
Honey mustard is my go-to dip.
No, I'm a big barbecue.
Spicy, non-spicy?
Big
Spicy.
barbecue.
Spicy, yeah.
Yeah, definitely spicy.
Yeah. Sazon.
All right.
Sazon adobo.
All right, so
Spanish it up a little bit.
yeah,
Sorry. Keep going.
put some sazon.
Sazon. A little sazon. A little sofrita.
All right. So at first, Kuzikov refused to confess to police, but he eventually admitted to killing the 3 men. All right. For those of you who lost track of what we're talking about, this guy killed 3 men and he ate them.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yeah.
And for the record, we're not condoning cannibalism on this
Right.
podcast.
However,
I'm not. Yeah, none of us would probably eat people.
right.
No.
However, if you are going to eat people,
Yeah, ham hock.
it's the ass or the
Split
thigh.
piece.
Right. So when Kuzikov, he was placed under arrest and he tried to bribe the police, not with money or not even with sexual favors. He tried to bribe them with some human liver, which they declined. You heard that?
Did he say it was human, or did he just say?
No, yeah,
"Hey,
he
I'll
did.
get-"
He did, yeah.
That's a schizophrenic person,
right.
Like he's like, "Hey, man, I got
some liver.
liver.
Yeah.
It makes total sense."
So with Kuzikov in custody, police noted that Igor was he had a goatish animal smell, which is common amongst known cannibals, as experts theorize that this comes from the acrid sweat of a person who consumed human meat, which then has an adverse chemical reaction, causing the foul smell to permeate throughout the body.
Oh, it's like a ferret.
Yeah.
You know how like ferrets have like or like certain
They have that,
animals
like,
have the
smell.
oily smell.
Yeah, they have
so
that
if
smell.
I start eating you, I'll start having like a.
Like a smell.
Oil.
Right.
Ooh, I wonder what that smells like.
Because our bodies aren't meant to consume human
No, yeah,
flesh.
so you comes out of your.
So your
pores,
body like
ejects
has
it.
like an adverse reaction to it, which permeates through
I
your
wonder what
skin.
that smells like. I'm so curious.
So although
What would you do? All right.
Oh yeah, go give me.
What would you do
All right, go ahead.
if you actually knew what that smelled like and you smelt it on somebody next to you on like
Give him a good old.
you get in an Uber.
I can't wink good, but give him a good old.
like I got you.
You get into an Uber.
I could never wink at a girl at a bar, dude. I'm like,
He was like,
I think you're having a stroke.
yeah. Fucking Gary. Fucking,
hey, baby. Hey. Plus, I'm not tall, so my feet swing on bar stools. So imagine me trying to wink at you while my feet can't touch the ground.
Oh, he's special.
oh, look at him. Yeah.
Oh, wait. So, yeah, you get in an Uber and you
Yeah.
start smelling it.
That's
and,
all you smell.
Where are you going? That's crazy. I can't.
Wow.
And he's taking you home.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Is that gonna freak? Are you gonna get out of the Uber and
no,
like, get
because
a
I'll
new
have a
one?
gun, but it's okay.
All right.
Can you say that again?
What?
Do that again.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. There it is. All right.
And that's how criminal AF got
Am I?
canceled.
Yeah.
Am I the only person that's gonna knows what? Like, if you imagine, close your eyes real quick. Close your eyes real quick.
Yeah.
You're getting in an Uber.
Yep.
You smell a.
Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Go.
All right. So, although Kuzikov admitted to killing and eating the 3 known victims, authorities suspect that there may be many more, because the amount of meat and other body parts found in his apartment far exceeds what would typically come from just the 3 bodies.
Dude, he was harvesting.
Yeah. So this brings us back to the beginning when Kuzikov was sharing recipes with Dr. Ivanov. Now, in his mind, Kuzikov believed that Dr. Ivanov and even some of the police officers were fellow cannibals, which is why he offered liver to the arresting officers, right?
Yeah.
So with Kuzikov stating to Dr. Ivanov, "Come on, we understand each other." You're not going to do your Russian accent?
Come on, we understand each other.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. You could get me out of here. We will go off together and do things we like to do. Because he thinks everybody's a cannibal.
Yeah.
Right? So Dr. Ivanov smiles, ensuring not to break the trust he earned with Kuzikov. over
God,
the
that'd be
previous
such a
2
fun
days.
job, dude.
Yeah.
Like the psychiatric guy going in to talk
Yeah.
to him just to
Right.
fuck with him.
Yep.
Not even so much fuck with him, but like to play a part to
Yeah.
like get him to like talk and confess and try to get down to it.
Right.
I would love that gig.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Just to talk to the craziest people alive,
Yeah. So,
sympathize with them. Like, yeah, man, little liver, little onion. I get it.
I got
get it.
you.
Keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
talking.
Fry it up. Fry it up.
Get them all excited. They're like
Yep.
dogs. They're like, All right, keep going.
They start humping each other. Anyways, all right. So sadly, Kuzikov goes on to explain that he had tried to get psychiatric help for years, but was always told to take pills and that he didn't require hospitalization. Now, had he been given proper psychiatric assistance, perhaps these 3 lives, and possibly more, could have been saved. Now, as this interview draws to a close, Kuzikov rises from his chair and says to Dr. Ivanov, "Hey, I like the look of the lawyer over there." Speaking of the man nervously smoking his cigarettes, jotting down notes from the beginning of the story. "He's nice. He's got a good, strong body. What do you think?" Yeah? Think we could take him out right now, But Ilshat Kuzikov was eventually convicted in March of 1997. He was declared insane and was sentenced to compulsory treatment at the psychiatric hospital in St. Petersburg. Now, many sources say that Kuzikov passed away in the early 2000s, but there is no definitive proof of his fate since he was sentenced. So,
yeah, dude, Russia doesn't strike me as a place that would be like, yeah, we have complete records of our inmates.
Yeah,
like,
right.
you go, if you're eating people, that motherfucker was gone.
Yeah.
He was in a
He
labor
was in
camp
solitary up in fucking Siberia. Yeah.
Hitting ice
Like
every day.
Stranger Things, fucking, yeah, I got you. All right, so that'll do it for fava beans and a nice Chianti from Criminal AF. So a special thank you to Debby from True Crime University for sharing this story with us.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yes, and thank you, Debbie, for Vanessa as well.
Yes, and Vanessa will, with her pasties on and her bandana skirt, will
she's got
forever
pasties.
be on the wall.
Yep.
And first off, let's talk about this. I have to sit there next to this thing knowing 50% chance that Dave has put his dick in that. So thanks, Debbie.
All right. Admittedly,
because he says no, but I don't believe him. So, and because he brought this today after I haven't seen him in like a month.
yeah.
I guess
We haven't seen each other for 9 months. What are you talking about?
For Criminal AF.
Yeah,
We've seen each other outside of it, but that hasn't been back at the studio. Studio Chloroform in a long time.
All right, you heard it here first. There may have been a possibility that my penis was inside.
Vanessa.
Good old Vanessa here. Once. At a minimum.
50-50 chance.
At a
I
minimum.
like to keep it at 50-50 because then I can keep going.
Right.
All right.
All right. So.
Thanks, Debbie.
Yeah. So that'll do it for this episode. Let us know what you all thought in this episode. Comment on Good Pods or Spotify, or leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. And thank you all for hanging out with us. Now, head on over to criminalasfuck.com for all of your Criminal AF needs. Signing off from Studio Chloroform. Keep your head on a swivel and stay safe till next time. See ya! In case you didn't do it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
There you go. And get ready for Respectfully Disrespectful.